Hey guys, my name is Naomi, and today's video is gonna focus about why I gained a lot of weight. Because every time I have a video conversation with my family members, the first thing they say is you have gained a lot of weight, and I don't like to hear that. And the thing is that they just surprised. They think I'm eating good or I'm living a good life, and I'm gonna clarify that it's not like that. uh, and I'm gonna talk about the differences between African foods and American foods and how they affect our body. When I first got here in the United States, I was about 13 years old, so I was in grade 8, and I was very skinny. I mean, really skinny that you would think I am a very sick, I'm malnourished. That's the way I could say it. And I did a lot of sports during that time. I was introduced to playing softball, soccer. I did running. Like when I was in grade 9, I was in marching band, so I had to march on the field a lot. I was in cross country, so I had to run a lot, and then I was in soccer. And my whole life since I've been here was an active life. I traveled a lot through just doing a lot of sports. My family dedicated their lives to mine, because I went from 5:30 in the morning all the way to like maybe 5 p.m. So 12 hours of it, I was constantly active. And then like on Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes I would leave the game, like from matching, I would leave the game and I would have to go with my parents out of the state to go and play soccer, like club soccer. And then I'll come back on Sunday to go and march. And then from marching, you go with cross country, out of state with cross country. And then from cross country, I have to come back. And it was constantly moving. And I ate a lot of bad food during that time too. And to me, it felt normal. Like it was normal because I didn't know that the amount of food I was putting in was also the same amount of calories I was burning, because I was very active. Until a couple of years ago, when I graduated high school, and then I used to be active even after high school, but when I moved to Little Rock, that's when just things fell apart. Like I wasn't in club soccer because I couldn't find anybody who plays. And then my life went from living with my parents, where I have to work a lot because I have to pay my rent and stuff like that. And so, and I didn't have time to cook either. And then the thing is that if you cook, like the African food that we eat, it's really bad for you here, but it's good for you back home. And so I'm gonna tell you, like, American food, in my opinion, is very bad for you. It is very bad, and the main reason why is because they let a lot of food that will make you gain a lot of weight, like become obese, so cheap. And then the food that's supposed to make you healthy and be active, and don't feel sleepy too many times or get tired, they make it very expensive. Like, let's say with chicken, like chicken in America, they have so many GMOs in it that the chicken will be, I mean, the egg will be born today, or the hatched today, whatever you call it, and then within 1 week the chicken is ready to be on the market, like to be killed and then be sold for you to, and then when you have fast food restaurants, it's like so freaking cheap. You have fried chicken for $5, and then when you want to eat vegetables for the same amount, it'll be like $7. And you're like, well, I don't think I want to eat vegetables and pay $7 when I can have fried chicken, which is so juicy, and pay $5. And so that really affects us. And then there's so many, like, there's not that many things to do when you grow up, because all you do is work after you come from work. Like my schedule is like, I work 12-hour shifts, so, and I work nights, so during the day I'll be sleeping. And then, so when I wake up at 5:30, I have to go to the kitchen and eat my breakfast at 5:30 p.m., which is wrong, because my body's not supposed to be ingesting such. And then at 12 p.m., 12 a.m., I'll be eating lunch. And then at 4, I'll be eating dinner. And then after I get off work, I'll be coming straight home. I'm tired. And then I fall asleep. And my food is like not even really getting the way it's supposed to be, or it's just fat on top of fat, because I don't even have time to cook, so I'm just buying fast food like Domino's or some type of fried chicken from some place, and all I'm doing is just eating and getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And so it's that really makes it really bad. And then you have like fruits and vegetables, very cheap vegetables. They are like very tasteless, like they don't have any nutrients in them. And then the other thing is that all the food that has nutritional value to it, they get thrown away. Like people, I'm sure white people don't even know, like not white people, Americans don't even know that you can eat pumpkin leaves or sweet potato leaves or all those leaves that they throw away. They are made out of nutrients. But again, with the fact that they put so many GMOs to make you grow so fast, because they want that pumpkin to be so big, because the industry is so much into competition on how big is the product going to be, that the food doesn't have time to grow and create its own minerals or nutrition value that you need to take from there. And that's why a lot of people in the US get sick, and their body doesn't know how to function it's supposed to function. Like, people get sick in no time, and it's like, and even the medication is not good for you. So every little thing that you ingest in the US, it's bad. And after you're done from eating too, you have cars to drive you wherever you want to drive. Even just some place where you can walk for 10 minutes, you don't want to walk, you want to drive. Even just 2 minutes drive, that means you can walk it within 5 minutes. You still don't want to walk it because the sun might be way too hot, or you're not used to walking. You're just used to get in your car, drive here, come back, and then go and sit on the couch and watch TV. All that, you're not even exercising. And sometimes there are those people will be like, I want to exercise to lose weight, and you will be working so hard, and you'll find that you have lost 2 pounds after you've been working out for past 2 weeks, only 2 pounds. And then when you eat like fried chicken and you weigh yourself, and you find that you gained 7 pounds, and people get discouraged. And that's why a lot of people are obese and become very, very unhealthy. But when it comes to African food, it's just not just African food. I believe like Africans know how to value people's lives, because let's say like African, like fried chicken or in general in Africa is very expensive, you know, and people will be complaining like, why is this chicken so expensive? It's actually good, in my opinion, because it's trying to prevent you from eating all that junk food that we eat over here, and then all the fruits and vegetables, they're like very, very cheap, that you'll be like, I would rather buy this so I can, it will last me longer than eat this. And that's how it helps control people from gaining a lot of weight. And also, it's like, you in Africa, there's a set time schedule. People don't even know that, because it has like from morning, like, you have breakfast in the morning. After having breakfast, you have lunch. In lunch, you have this nshima with any type of vegetable, and the vegetable tends to be more than the meat, which it's supposed to be, and then after that, around 7 p.m., that's when you have your dinner. And it's possible to do that because there's not a lot of stress back home. Like, there's really not. In the US, it's hard to do that. Not because you don't want to, but because your life is constantly, like I said before, on a timer. You'll be waking up, you'll be like, man, I'm late for work. I have to grab something that I can find so I can just rush to work. If you work in the morning, you will be having breakfast, maybe a banana for breakfast. Excuse me. A banana for breakfast. Or you might be at work trying to get a lot of stuff done, then you skip your lunch, which is not good for your body either. So by the time you're eating a dinner meal, it'll be a so heavy meal that you feel like you're eating for breakfast and lunch. And then also, like, African food, shima, right, is made out of cornmeal. That cornmeal that you eat, it lasts you forever, forever, because it gives you that energy that you need to burn off. And what other And the other thing is that as soon as you eat in Africa, women, they'll be doing like dishes, they'll be cleaning, all those things. You never think about it, and then until you come here, that's when you realize that's actually exercising. You think you're doing house chores, but you're actually exercising. That's why people end up to maintain their body that they have. Because here, as soon as you eat, you don't do any of those things. Your house is barely dirty, so you clean it maybe like once in a week. It depends on how clean you keep it. Technically, you just make your bed, and if you're like me, my bed, I'm very hot natured, so I always sleep on top of my covers. My bed is like already made, it looks like. But in Africa, the women have to clean the house. Even if they clean it in the morning, they'll have to clean it back in the afternoon to make sure it shines. It looks better than the neighbors. And then you gotta make sure your kids took a bath. You wash your kids, and you gotta wash your dishes, hand wash them. All that is exercise. In the US, it's not like that. You have washing machines for clothes, for dishes, everything is already done for you. Even going to the market in Zambia, you'll be like, I'm going to this market, I have to walk. When I was in Zambia, I remember when I was very young, when I would have to walk to my school, I would walk maybe for 3 or 4 hours. It was nothing to me because you had entertainment too. You had so much going on that you didn't even know you were walking for that long. In the US, I can't even walk for 20 minutes. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Even 10 minutes, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Because you don't have nobody to watch. It's a quiet place. You can even hear your own thoughts. That things that you're worried about. What if I don't have money for this? What am I going to do? What if I don't, my tuition? What am I going to do with this? What if I don't pass my exam? And then the walk becomes even longer. And then you become so depressed that when you get home, you just go straight into the fridge, you grab the ice cream, which is not so healthy, and you start eating that ice cream. And then after you're done, you're like, this does not fill me up. And then you grab something else. But there'll be even fruits like guavas. I mean, not guavas. We don't have guavas. Like mangoes and bananas. But you would literally look at them and be like, yeah, that looks really good. But you go in the fridge and get a fried chicken. You'll be like, and this is better. And then you become fat and gain this weight like me. So, and I have tried a lot of things, and I regret it. And sometimes I'm just like, maybe if I go back home, I will lose weight. And I tend to. And sometimes stress is another thing that can make you gain weight. There are different type of stress levels. There's like, those who stress eat and those who lose weight from stress eating. And people always say, how about those people who are like skinny? There's some people who are skinny. Those people have high metabolism, and a lot of them, they are white people. They have high metabolism that you'll be just watching them eat. Just like my Aunt Edna back home. Man, she can eat. But you just wonder where the food goes to. You'll be like, what happened? But if I ate the way they ate because I have low metabolism, I'll be 500 pounds already. So now you know why we've gained weight. And it's not an excuse. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I'm doing my best to even trying to lose weight. But you should be thankful for what you have. Mangoes are really, really good nutrients because in the US, mangoes are tasteless. Every fruit that I've ate, every favorite vegetable I liked, I can't have it here. It's like gold. I enjoyed mangoes. The mangoes here, once you take a bite out of it, you want to throw up. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like you're just biting into water. It shouldn't taste like that. Watermelon tastes like water. It shouldn't taste like that. It should taste like watermelon, sweet. Even the mango should taste sweet. Where I'm like, man, I want another mango. But you can barely finish the mango because it don't taste right. Even the bananas. You'll be peeling the banana, it looks so yellow and very nice. Very rare do you find a very, very nice banana. Unless it's those little tiny one. And it's because they're not even from the US. They are either from Mexico or something like that. That's when you'll be like, okay, now this is really, really good. So sometimes we don't choose to gain weight when you come to the US. You don't. Stress makes you gain weight. The food they provide makes you gain weight. And it makes us unhealthy because at the end of the day, it's more about money. The more unhealthy you become, the more money they make, the more money you find yourself, the more time you find yourself in the hospital having heart disease, so many diseases. Because at the end of the day, I feel like we're a project than a human being. All right, bye guys. Thank you for watching.